sprouting.
What was that one where the pastor and he was the butthole?
Yeah. I saw that guy just recently. He was connected somehow to that Rodney Howard Brown guy, and it was really a fun video where they tried to interview him, and but I saw that guy. I thought, man, I wonder if that guy still remembers that, but in this particular incident, I had rode my bike straight from the Harley shop because she said it was a special meeting, and she was already there, and I show up, man, and my hair all blown and beard all blown and my black leather jacket, and I'm sitting in the back row, and in those days in the Harley shop, I kept this duct taped up old Bible in the toilet, in the magazine, right next to the Easy Riders and all the other magazine that those guys kept in there. I just tucked the Bible in there, because I might go in there, I got something to read, And every so often I'd like be sitting in my office or walking through the shop, and one of them bikers would holler at me, "Hey, what's up with this Adam and Eve thing?" Or "What's up with this, Elijah?" I'm like, "Well, you been in the toilet reading the Bible?" They'd be like, no, man, no, I was just thinking about it, man. I'm like, you lying, you was in there reading it, But I was in there reading it one day, and I read that part where Paul says, that we're all different parts of the body. Some of the fingers, some of the toes, and some of the nose, And I went to that church service afterwards, and lo and behold, that preacher is preaching the same thing that I was reading in the toilet at the Harley shop, But he seems to be struggling to make the point, And so I looked at Wanda and said, "Wanda, I think I can help this preacher out, And so I just got up and walked down the aisle. So here I come walking down the aisle, this guy in black leather and hair and beard, and he's preaching, but as I'm getting closer, he's kind of slowing down on the preaching, And I come up to him, I said, "Preacher, I think I can help you out." And he looks at me with this look like, I can't believe I'm doing this. But he holds the microphone out and goes, "You can help me out?" And so he hands me the microphone, man. I said, "Man, you know what, people? What this preacher's telling you is the truth. Because I was sitting in the toilet at the Harley shop and I was reading the book today, and it said the same stuff that he's telling you. That there are different parts of the body, some of the fingers and some of the toes and some of the nose." And I turned and looked at the preacher and I said, "Preacher, when I read that, it stood to reason to me that if the body got all in parts, then the body got to have a butthole. And I figured that's what you are, preacher. You the butthole in the body of Christ, and your job is to get the crap out the body." Man, the preacher fell out in the floor. Boom, no catcher, no nothing. Boom, he just hit the floor. In that church, they had a ship bell. If you thought a word was from God, you ran up and rang that ship bell. Man, the musician guy ran up there. He was ringing that thing, And the preacher's old lady, she was a very nice. She had a blue dress and high heel, and she looked like a preacher's old lady, And she shot up out her chair, and she's like, "Whoa!" And her feet are going like pistons. Them high heel shoes were going like pistons up and down, and she starts spinning in circles, going all the way around the building in that fancy dress and them high heel shoes, just hollering, and the feet going like pistons, And she comes around, and the place is falling out. People are falling out laughing, and and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I looked at the preacher's laying on the ground, so I just laid the microphone on him. And I went back and sat down in the back row. Wanda's back there just going. and all of a sudden, man, from up near the front, these two ladies come, and they literally, dude, I couldn't believe this, man. They literally took their Bibles under their arm and went walking out towards the door. And it was at that preacher got up off the floor, and he looks and he goes, "Well, looks like we just had a movement." And the place went nuts, man. And the guy gave a call to call, and people came to be prayed for, And
Because who wants to be?
So it seemed to make sense to me, man. At the time, So,